Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss about the concept layout monitors. So before moving to the session, first we have a recap session. So kindly post your answers. So first question, E1 class is defined in which of these libraries? We are discussing about E1, isn't it? So E1 class is defined which of these libraries? In which libraries? So IO or a lang, net or util? Any answer? Okay. So java.io means if you want to process input output operation means we need to import a header file or import a package java.io. So and java.lang, so it is a default package. So no need to import the particular package. So and java.net, if you want to use some networking concept means we have to use and java.net. And even class that is contained in this java.util class. Okay, so correct answer is java.util. So IO is input output processing. So and this is a default package. So string classes are also present in this lang package. And if you want to use a network concept, we use a java.net package. So and last one is java.util. So if you want to use an E1 classes, if you want to import E1 classes means we have to use the library java.util. So correct answer is java.util. So next one is which of the two ways are used to create the frame? These are the these are the two ways are used to create a frame. First one by creating the object of frame class and second one by extending frame class, whether it is true or false. We have two different ways to create a frame, isn't it? So what are the ways? These are true or false. True only. We have two different options to create a frame class. By first one, by creating the object of the frame class and we can implement those classes. And next we have to use a frame class. We have to use an inheritance concept and also we can implement the frame class. Okay. So our next question. In graphics class, which method is used to draw a rectangle with a specified width and height? So if you want to draw a rectangle with a specified width and height, which function you have to use? Any answer?
Yeah, ma'am.
I'm not audible.
A, ma'am.
A, okay. Any other answer? Kadir will answer B. Any other answer? Chutika B. Okay, so the question is in graphics class, which method is used to draw a rectangle with a specified width and height? So if you a rectangle means we have to use the function public void draw into x into y into width and height. Okay, this is the way to create a rectangle. So public class abstract void fill rectangle means if you want to fill default color means we have to use a second method. Okay, so and the third one is if you want to draw a line we have to use the third one, and fourth one if you want to draw an oval we have to use an fourth functions. So if you want to draw a rectangle means we have to use public void draw rectangle int x, y, int width, and int height. Okay, that is the correct answer. So our next one, which method can set or change the text in a label? How to change text in a label? Any answer? So if you want to set some content, if you want to set some text, or if you want to change something, means we have to use set text method. Okay, so that is the correct answer. So if you want to set the content, or if you want to change something, means we have to use set text. So Shrutika is the correct answer. So next one, AWT is used for GUI programming in Java. True or false? It is used for GUI programming in Java. GUI in the sense graphical user interface. Okay, in Java, if you want to create an graphical applications means, so we have to use AWT or Swing concept to create a GUI program. Okay, it is answer is true only. So if you have various applications, you have web application something. So if you want to create some applications in different languages means we can create. But in Java, we can use AWT or a Swing to create a GUI components. Okay, so answer is true. So next topic is layout manager. So today we are going to discuss about the topic layout manager. So what is this layout manager? So this layout manager, it is just like an object. Okay. So what is the purpose of using this layout manager is, it is used to control size and position of the component in a container. So if you want to add something into the container means, so we have to set the size and we have to set the position. So all those things can be controlled by this layout manager. Okay. So if you want to set the size and position of the particular components, obviously we need layout managers. Okay. So and here we have on various layout managers. Normally, there is no such form designing. So normally we have form designing concept. In HTML also we can design a forms, isn't it? Web pages or a forms. But in Java, there is no such a format. So if you want to create something means we have to write a code and we can create a graphical user interface. For that only we are using AWT and Swing concept. So and this layout manager, it is an object of a class that implement layout manager interface. Okay, if you want to implement something means we need layout manager object. So and how to set this layout manager is, the function is void set layout. Okay, we have to use the function set layout. So default layout is flow layout. Okay, if there is no layout manager set by the set layout method means, it create the default manager, that is flow layout. So flow layout means it is a directional flow, it arranges all the components. So we will discuss all those things one by one. Okay, so this is the purpose of using layout manager. So if you want to arrange some components in a particular position, in a particular size, we go for the layout managers. Okay, so if you are not set any set layout method means, so it creates the default layout manager. Okay, so how to arrange the components in the container, that is the component here. Okay, so what is container means? Container, it is also a component in AWT. Okay, so in AWT we have a component that is container. So inside the container we can contain more number of components, that is we can have a button or a text field or label, etc. Okay, so container, it is a component in AWT. So inside a container we can fix any number of components, like we can fix button or we can insert a text field or a label, etc. So if you want to use an layout manager concept means, we have to use a method set layout. So if you are not using set layout manager method means it create a flow layout method. Okay, it arranges the components in the directional flow. So we have various types of layout managers. Today we are going to discuss about 5 different types of layout managers. Okay, so first one is border layout. So if you want to arrange components in that is fit into the 5 region. Example, we have 5 different region: east, west, north, south, and center. So if you want to fit flow layout. So here have set the that is the flow that is from left to right or sorry, the flow is from right position or a left position or a center position. Have to set the default value. So based on the value, it allocate the components. Okay, in a directional flow, one by one. So, and the grid layout in the sense, it form the rectangular grid and it allocate each and every components in the rectangular grid. Okay. So, and next one is on box layout. It is used to arrange the component either vertically or horizontally. So that is box layout. And scroll pan layout in the sense, so if you want to use and scroll bar means we have to use a scroll pan layout. Okay, so we have different various types of layout. First one is border layout. So border layout in the sense it contains 5 different regions: east, west, north, south, center. So it create 5 different components. So we can arrange the components into the particular. It create 5 different region. So we can arrange the component into the particular region. So that is the first one, border layout. And second one is on flow layout. So here the components are arranged in a flow manner, directional flow. Okay. So on the grid layout, so it contains a rectangular grid. So inside we can allocate our components. So and next one is box layout. So we can arrange the components either horizontally or vertically. For that they are using the box layout concept. And the last one is scroll pan layout means, so you can use a scroll bar in this particular layout manager. Okay. So first one is border layout class. So layout manager means we can arrange something in this region. Okay, we have 5 different regions: north, south, east, west, and center. So we can resize the component or we can set the position for the particular component. So for that we are going for this layout manager. So and here the constant north, south, east, west, and center. So we can use in this constant data. Okay. So these are the concepts used in this border layout. So first one is the default constructor, public border layout. So we can create a border layout. So and if you want to set the gap between horizontal and vertical space means we can set the spaces also. For that we have to use a parameterized constructor. Okay. So public border layout means just we can create a border layout. So if you want to set the space between horizontal and vertical lines means we can set the horizontal and vertical gap. Okay. For that we can use the constructor that is parameterized constructor. Constants, how we use this constants means border layout dot center, border layout dot south, border layout dot east, border layout dot west, border layout dot north. So in this way we can define the constant and the specific constant it creates specified region. Okay, so this is the first thing, that is a border layout. So and here if you want to add components into the particular region we have to use the method add. Okay, if you want to add a component into the particular region we have to use a method add off. Okay, so and we have various methods in the border layout class. So we have and get horizontal gap method and set horizontal gap method, get vertical gap method. So set vertical gap method, we can set the space gap between the layers. So and also we can get the spaces. Okay, so this is the program for the border layout class. So here we have a class that is border and we have a code inside. I'm going to create object for the frame. So JFrame F. So I'm going to access all those things through this object F. Okay, first I'm going to create the region. So I'm going to create 5 different buttons. Button B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. So each and every button I'm going to allocate it into different region. North, south, east, west and center. So I'm going to create a button. So I'm going to allocate the region for each and every button. Okay, so and I'm going to add component, that is add button into the certain region. For that I'm using the method add. Okay, so these are the buttons I'm going to create. So and I'm going to add all the button into the specified region. So for that, f dot add of b1 comma, I'm going to set the button in border layout dot north. So border layout dot north. So and I'm going to add button B2 in south region. So border layout dot south. So and next I'm going to add button B3 in east position, east region. So border layout dot east. So and B4 border layout dot west, B5 border layout dot center. So and we have to set the sizes also. For each and every region we have to set size. Size is 300 pixels. So it allocates size in the size between 300 and 300 size. So and if you want to visible all the components, we have to use the method set visible of true. Okay, so from the main method, I am going to call the border class and I am going to execute all those things. So this is a border layout class. So border layout, it contains 5 different regions: north, south, east, west and center. So if you want to allocate component to the method add off. So first I create a button. So I am labeling the button as north, south, east, west and center. So again, using the add method, I am going to add the component into the particular region. So and I am setting the size of the particular region and I am set the visible as true. Okay, I will show the demonstration. So first one is border layout. Okay, this is border layout. So I am creating 5 different regions: north, west, center, east, south. Okay, so each and every buttons are allocated in this particular region. So that is north, south, east, west and center. So we can allocate component into the certain region using the method add off. Okay, so f dot add off, you have to use the object name and you have to use the method add and we can add the components into the particular region. So this is first type border class. So and the next one is flow layout class. So flow layout, this is a default layout manager in our layout manager class. Okay, so if there is no layout manager set by default means, so if there is no layout manager is defined by user means, it takes the default layout that is a flow layout. Okay, so in this flow layout, it arranges the components from left to right or right to left. Okay, so and here we have a different constructors, that is flow layout of constructor and flow layout of int align and flow layout of int align horizontal space and vertical space. Here also we can set a space between each and every region. We can set a space. Okay, so and the default one is flow layout dot center. So and also we have two different methods, that is flow layout dot left and flow layout dot right. So we can arrange the component from center to left or right, center to other region. Otherwise, we have to start the component from left to right or right to left. Okay. So and the default space is 5 pixels, both horizontal and vertical spaces. So and here we are using the method public int get alignment and public get set alignment. Sorry, void get set alignment. Here we have two different methods, get alignment method and set alignment method. Okay, so and here we are using three constant values, that is left, right and center. So and these are the methods. So first one is it is used to get the horizontal space, and if you want to set the horizontal space means we have to use set h gap. And next one is get vertical gap, and last one is set vertical gap. So while we are going to write a program, we can use various methods and we can define the layout managers. So and this is the example for flow layout. So first I am creating object for the frame class, that is jFrame space F. Okay, through this object F, I am going to perform all the operations. So and I am going to create 5 buttons, B1, B2, B3, B4, B5. Okay, so and each and every button that is named as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add each and every button to the certain region. Okay, so F dot add of B1, F dot add of B2, B3, B4, B5. I'm going to add all the components in the certain region. For that, here I'm using the concept flow layout. So what is the function here is F dot set layout of new flow layout of flow layout dot right of. Okay, so that is the function F dot set layout of new flow layout of flow layout dot right. So this is on right alignment. So if you want to use a left alignment, so we have to use flow layout dot left. If you want to use center alignment means we have to use flow layout dot center. So and next one is on size of the region. So and the visibility. Visibility is true. So the previous example border layout. So here we are using the method as border layout dot north by border layout dot south. In this way we declare. But in flow layout we have to declare flow layout dot right. Okay. This is the method flow layout dot right. So and the method set layout. This is the constant region, whether it is start from left to right or right to left. Okay. So and this is our main functions. So I'm calling flow layout function means the control moves to this flow layout class and it execute all these things. So first here I'm creating 5 buttons and I'm going to add all the components into the layout managers. So next one is flow layout. Okay, this is the demonstration of flow layout. So here the components are arranged from the right position to the left position. Okay, so and another one way we have to set the center and left also. We'll check the left alignment. This is the demonstration of left alignment. From left to right, it arrange all the components. Right alignment means from right to left, it arrange all the components. So this is a demonstration for flow layout. So previous one was and border layout. So it display 5 different regions. So north, east, south, west, and center. So here the flow layout, it contains left alignment, center alignment, right alignment also. Okay, it arrange all the components in a directional flow. That is a flow layout manager. So and the next one is grid layout. So what does this grid layout means? So here the components are arranged in a grid fashion. That is, it contains row and columns. So inside we can allocate all the components. So for that we are using grid layout. So it contains a rectangular grid. So inside a rectangular grid, so we can allocate rows and columns value. So based on that, it create a grid layout and we can allocate our components. Okay. So here we have we have a default constructor, that is public grid layout. So if you are declaring default constructor means it create only one column. That is we can add only one component. Okay, single row and one column. So and if you are setting public grid layout into row and into columns. So if you are giving row value and column value means that is based on the rows and columns, it allocate a grid. So and inside the grid we can allocate our components. Okay, so and also we can set the space between horizontal component and vertical component, horizontal and vertical. Okay, so between each and every region we can set the spaces also. For that we have to use the function, use a constructor, public grid layout into rows, into column, into horizontal gap and into vertical gap. Okay, so these are the three constructor are used in grid layout. So on the method, so first int get rows. So how many rows? And we are going to set the rows and get the columns and set the column, and we have to get the horizontal gap and we are going to set the horizontal gap and vertical gap and set the vertical gap. Okay, we have various methods. So using this method, we are going to implement the grid layout class. So this is an example for grid layout. So no changes, all the programs are similar only. So the only changes is we have to set the layout. That is the difference here. Okay. So I am going to add component button into the grid layout environment. Okay. So for that, first I am going to declare a method that is grid layout of. Okay. Here we have a class grid layout. So inside I am going to create object for the frame. So through this object, I am going to access all the functions. So first, what I am going to do here is I am going to create 9 components. That is button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I have 9 components. I am going to add all the components. That is f dot add of b1, f dot add of b2, b3, etc. up to b5. Sorry, b5 and b9. I am going to add 9 components into the grid layout. So okay, so how to create a grid layout? Object dot set layout of new grid layout of 3, 3. So this is the row value and column value. Row value is 3 and column value is 3. So based on that, it create a grid layout. Okay. So and all the components are added into the certain region. So and I'm going to set the region size and the visibility is true. Okay. So all the problems are similar only. The slide changes only in the methods. Okay. So let's execute this one. Next one is grid layout. Okay, this is a demonstration of grid layout. So I'm going to create 3 rows and 3 columns, and each and every region I'm going to add a button that is 1 to 9. Okay, this is grid layout. So and the next one is box layout. So this box layout, so here we have to declare the axis, whether it is x-axis or y-axis or line axis or page axis. Okay, so here we have a constructor that is public box layout container, that is object and axis. Okay, we have to set the axis. So based on the axis, it allocate each and every components in the box layout. Okay, so see here we have four different axes, axis, that is x-axis. So it is used to specify the component left to right. Okay, first component, second component, third component, fourth component. Like this, it will allocate. And if you are using y-axis, means top to bottom. Okay, so it allocate top to bottom. First components in top positions, and second component, third component, fourth component. Like that, it allocate all the components. So on line axis, so that is also one after another. One component, after that second component, third component, fourth component. And fourth one is page axis. It follow the stack procedures. Okay, so each and every components are sit on the top of the previous component. So we have x-axis, y-axis, line axis, and page axis. So and the program is same only. So here I am using I'm going to add a button. Okay, so I'm going to use a concept that is box layout here. So first I'm going to use an array concept. So that for that I'm declaring button b of. So and inside the box layout, I'm declaring the array size button equal to new button of 5. So I'm going to allocate 5 buttons, 5 components. Okay, so starting from 0 to I less than 5. So first button value is 0. Button of 0 equal to new button of button 0 plus 1. That is button value is 1. So first region it allocate button 1. So and it increment the I value, and second region it allocate button 2, button 3. So in this way it allocate 5 buttons. Okay, 0 to 4. So and I'm going to add all the buttons in this box layout. That's why I'm using add button of I. Okay, I'm going to add all the components into the box layout. So for that, I'm using the method set layout new box layout of this comma box layout dot y-axis. I'm going to add all the components in the particular current region. Okay, here I'm using the axis is y-axis. So y-axis in the sense top to bottom it allocate all the components. I will show the demonstration. Okay, so and here I'm going to set the size of the region and visibility is true. Okay, this is box layout. So here I'm going to add 5 components, 5 buttons. So for that here just I'm using a concept array. So for that only I'm declaring array here button b equal to new button of 5. So 5 buttons I am going to add into the box layout box layout management manager, and here I am using the concept y-axis. Y-axis in the sense I'm going to add all the components top to bottom. Okay, we'll show the demonstration. Okay, it allocate components top to bottom. Button 1, button 2, button 3, button 4, button 5. Okay, here I use the axis as y-axis. So we'll check x-axis. So just change set layout of new border layout this comma box layout of box layout dot x-axis. Okay, x-axis means left to right, isn't it? Okay, this is x-axis. Okay, so in this way we can use box layout. So next one is, last one is scroll pan demo. So if you want to use a scroll bar, we can use a scroll pan layout. Okay, so and here also we have to use the same procedure. Here I am going to create one label for image, and I am going to insert image into the particular region. Okay, for that I am using this line. So otherwise no need to give anything. Okay, if you want to insert something into the certain layout container, means we have to use this statement. So here I am going to use the statement. I am going to store image into the particular container. Okay, so for that I am using this method image icon img equal to new image icon. So image is present in this location, e colon the image name is. Okay, we have to give the image names. So this image is displayed on the screen. Okay, so if you want to use a scroll bar, means we have to use j scroll pan. This is an object. We have to use any object, png equal to new scroll pan of new j label img. I am going to insert the image into the particular region, isn't it? For that I am using new j label img. Okay, so I am going to create a window. In this we have contain a scroll bar. So inside the region I am going to display an image. So for that I am using the statement image icon img equal to new image icon. So this is an image location. So I'm going to create a scroll pan method here. So j scroll pan object equal to new scroll pan new j label. So inside the region I'm going to create a label. So and I'm going to display the image which is present in this location. Okay, so this object name is img. So that's why I declared here as img. So and I'm going to add the content in the content pan. So what does this content pan means? So if you want to hold some objects, means we have to use a content pan. Okay, so and the get content pan method, it retrieve the content pan layer so that we can add an object into the particular content pan. Okay, so if you want to add something into this content region, means so we can use the content pan method. Okay, so if you want to add something into the some object into this content region, means we have to use a content pan method. So and I'm going to add a object, that is add png. So png means object for the scroll pan object. Okay, I'm going to add png into this content pan region. So next I'm going to set the size of the content layout manager. So and the visibility is true. So here I'm just using a scroll pan. So for that I'm using the method j scroll pan png equal to new scroll pan of new j label. This is what is the use for label here, means I'm going to insert an image. So for that I'm declaring the statement new j label img. So img means, so in this img only I'm going to store this image. Okay, for that I'm declaring this variable as img. So next I'm going to add the content into the content pan. For that I'm using this object png, that is variable png for the control pan. Okay, so I will show the demonstration. Okay, see this. So here we have a scroll bar. Isn't it? Here we have a scroll bar. For that only we are using the method j scroll pan. Okay, so inside we have a method, that is this method border layout class output. Okay, so inside the location e I have the image, this image only. For that only display this image. Okay, so I will show that. In local disk E, I have the image as this image only. Okay. So that's why in this layout manager, it displays the output as this image. So in this, we have one scroll bar. Okay. We can scroll. If you want to use a scroll bar means we have to use the method JPAN method. Okay. So that's the different types of layout manager. So once again, I'm explaining all those things. So first one is an border layout. So if you want to arrange components into 5 different regions means we have to go for the border layout class. Okay. So this layout manager means, so using this layout manager, we can add components in the certain region. Okay. So this layout manager, it is used to control the size and position of the particular component. So we can add component into the particular region. So that is layout manager. So in this box layout, so if you want to create 5 different region means, so we have to go for border layout class. So it contains north, east, south, west and center region. So wherever you want to insert a component, you can insert. Okay. So if you want to insert something means we have to use a component. Sorry, we have to use a method add. Okay. Here I have 5 buttons, 5 components, buttons. Next, I am going to add all the 5 components into 5. The method as f dot add of b1 comma border layout dot north, b2 comma border layout dot south. So where I want to insert all the component button, I can insert. So in case I want to insert b2 in this north region means I can insert b2 comma border layout dot north. So and here the name is also b2 equal to new button of north. So in this way we can change and we can add components into the certain region. Okay. So this is the first one. And flow layout in the sense, so we can arrange components in right to left or a left to right or from center to left or right. Okay. So we can set the content in the directional flow. For that we are using flow layout concept. If you are not declaring any set layout manager means, set layout method means directly it takes the flow layout method. So here for that I am using the method flow layout of, sorry, f dot set layout. We need to set the layout. So I am using the object f dot set layout of new flow layout of flow layout dot right. From right to left I am going to add all the components. So starting component is from the right position. So again first component is moved to the back position and second component is inserted in the first right position. So in this way it allocate all the components. Okay. Here I am creating 5 components, 5 buttons and I am going to add all the buttons in the certain region. Okay. That is flow layout. So and the next one is grid layout. So grid layout means, so it create a grid, that is it represent a row value and column value. So based on the row value and column value it allocate a region. Okay, and in this region we can add all the components. So for that we need to use the method f dot set layout of new grid layout of 3, 2. So we need to give the row value and column value. If we are not declaring any row value, column value means it displays only one single row and single column. Single element we can add. So that is grid layout. And box layout means, so based on the axis, so it allocate all the components. So whether it is top to bottom or left to right, so based on the axis value, so it allocate all the components. So I am using array concept to create the button component. Okay. So and again I am going to use the method add and I am going to add all the components in the certain region. So here we have to declare set layout with axis. That is the main thing. And the last one is scroll pan. So if you want to use and scroll pan means we have to use the method J scroll pan, scroll bar. Okay. And if you want to insert some content or if you want to insert some images means we can insert. For every layout manager, it provides a region. So whatever the content you want to add, if you want to add button, you can add. If you want to insert image, you can insert. So if you want to insert some content in the particular format, we can insert. Okay, that is the use of layout managers. So that's all about today's session. So if you have any doubt, please post your doubts.